Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And let me tell you plain and simple, I know exactly the reasons why you and your spouse, you and your significant other are broke. So, good morning, everyone. You need to learn money and be inspired because, quite frankly, the number one reason, and I have a list of them, the number one reason why you are broke is simply because you are lazy. See, I hate having to use cash. A lot of people don't use cash. A lot of people use their ATM card, use their credit card, use their debit card. But see, there are a few things that you must have it for. So you have to go to the ATM, go to the nearest branch of your bank so you can save a couple of dollars taken out for ATM fees. But nonetheless, you have to take out this money because this is probably one of the best ways that you can go about saving money. Now, there is a difference because the bank is a block away, the bank is 3 blocks away, your bank is 10 miles away. No matter what the fix is, you are lazy because more times than not, people would rather pull out their credit card, their debit card, and this is a trained habit. This is a trained mindset that you would rather just pull out your credit and debit card, and you don't even know the reasons why. Now, more likely, I like to use my credit cards because of the benefits, because of the perks. Now, most people may not operate the way I do. At the end of the month, I pay off my credit cards. Do you know that many Americans absolutely do not pay off their credit cards at the end of the month, but they take a balance. They take a debt. That's what it is. If you have a balance on your credit cards at the end of the month, it is a debt. That means whoever owns that financial institution, you're paying them interest on interest on interest. And some of the lowest interest rates, okay, that most people may receive is anywhere from 12 to 15%. Okay, that's around common. But interest rate for credit cards can go up to 25 to 30%. Now, me personally, I've been very lucky to have some credit cards at even 4%, okay? But I've been willing and dealing and working on that. So how do you stop being lazy? That's also is a trained mindset. Well, the first step in stop being lazy is stop being lazy. I know certain things are painful, but they won't kill you because being lazy in this way is a bad mindset and it will work against you when you're trying to make some sound financial decision. Because now I take out money from the ATM. I actually keep some cash in my safe because now I have money on the go. And if I want to live my life on a set budget, because again, this has been a good steward of your finances, cash doesn't mean that it burns a hole in my pocket simply because I have it there. It means that this is my budget for the week. This is my budget for the day. And whether it be $20 or $50, you depend on how much you make, your income level, you and your significant other, how much you guys can afford each and every week and each and every month. And this is important because it breaks apart relationships, even before marriage. Because once you get to marriage, that's some of the highest rates of why people break up. Some people are infidelity. Of course, that's one of the reasons. But finances is the number one reason why people break up. Because of someone being lazy. Or the number two reason is some people just don't make enough money for the lifestyle that you want to live. I mean, this one is pretty much obvious. But the question is, what are you doing about it? You already have this minimize, living your expensive mindset. You already have this cut all your frivolous spending and you still can't make ends meet. There's only one way to fix it. You need to earn more money. Now, how do you fix this? Well, if you work your ass off at your job, but feel you aren't getting paid what you're worth, you need to ask your boss for a raise. You need to ask your boss for a promotion. If that's not an option, maybe it's time to make a move to find another job that does pay enough or pay enough for where you can live the lifestyle that you want to live. Now, of course, there's some things you may have to do. Maybe you need some certifications, some degrees, etc., more experience. But this all takes time. A lot of people are trying to get in this mindset. I want it now. I want to level up now. I want to be with somebody who already has money so I have money. Whether it be male or female. Okay? Because this whole age of simping, Well, ladies and gentlemen, they have female simps. I know you never heard this terminology because they made it more so a man's thing, but they have female simps. And this has nothing to do with your race, creed, ethnic, or nothing. Because simps come in both male and female, and also in the different races. Now, so whether you're looking to save for a vacation or retirement, you need to put some extra effort in to make things happen. There are plenty of ways to make extra cash. Okay, I mean, there's over a thousand ways to make extra cash legally, of course. But it's time to hustle. If you have some time to kill, which a lot of you do, during your lunch break or commercials of your favorite shows, then there's great ways to even make money filling out surveys online. Did you know that? Because there's this thing called Survey Junkie. Once you get paid for your opinion, Survey Junkie lets you share your thoughts to help brands deliver better products and services. And after creating your profile, they'll start matching you to online surveys you can take anywhere. And you can make money from filling out surveys. I mean, who would have thought that? Now, your socializing is expensive. You remember those days before the pandemic where you used to go to happy hour? Now, some people are just having happy hour in their homes, okay? Some people are going back out, especially states like Texas, especially states like Florida. They're going back out. They're in mass audiences, and they're still going back to their regular old mundane, spending a lot of money on your socializing life. And on a happy hour, do you know the average amount that most people spend on a happy hour? Because most people drink around 2 drinks average at least. They spend anywhere from $10 to $30 every time you go out and you socialize, even if it's for a happy hour after work. Now, we want to get into how much you spend every day, how much you spend every week, and sure damn enough, we don't want to know how much you spend every month on socializing. And socializing is going to a restaurant, going to a bar, going to a club, going to a function, going to an event, and you're buying certain things, whether it be a t-shirt, a drink, food, a trinket, a memorabilia, whatever it may be. You're spending that money because you're socializing, and everything is fun in the sun until boom, that bill comes. And then what occurs from that? We have to be rest assured that socializing is a very, very expensive, very, very expensive lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, you won't hear this in your bank account. Oh, no. You won't hear that in your bank account. Most likely, you probably hear me in the back of your mind like,
you can't make no money like that.
Because you can't make no money like that. Okay? So when we look at these things, it's especially true if you live in a big urban area. Food and drinks are expensive in cities, okay? Now, now I'm speaking to the black community, most of us live in what? City areas where things are more expensive than suburban areas, believe it or not. Now, one of the things I'm always amazed by when I leave my particular area is how cheap it is to drink and eat in smaller places versus going to Dallas, versus going to Houston. Now, there's only a couple of ways that you can possibly fix this. You need to cut back a little. Oh, yeah, you need to cut back a little. You need to slow it down. You need to just bite your tongue, hold your pockets, leave your wallet at home. Because when you really think about it, having a potluck at home or inviting friends over is a much cheaper way to socialize. Pizza and beer, cheap at home with friends. Now, neither of these options are free, but they are less expensive. They are cheaper in a sense if you want to socialize. Okay? Now, I got it. You've been in your home for damn near a year plus, and you want to get out and about. Listen, build a bar in your home. I'm just trying to give you those ways that you possibly didn't think of prior to of saving money, because even during the pandemic, do you know that the U.S. is in a labor shortage? Did you guys know that the U.S. is in a labor shortage because the U.S. did something they didn't predict that was going to occur? They said, well, we're telling people not to go to work. We're telling people not to leave their home. So we need to supplement their pay. We need to give them unemployment. We need to give them stimulus checks. We need to give them weekly stipends. And some people were getting more money sitting at home waiting for government checks, government subsidies, state funds, than actually going to work. So now, states around the U.S. are cutting off these subsidies, are cutting off these supplemental payments so people can go back to work. There's all of these jobs open now. People at first couldn't find a job. Now there's a surplus of jobs and people are not going back to work. And it's not even because of the pandemic, because most likely a lot of these people already have the vaccine. Most likely these people will wear a mask, but they're like, hey, I'm still getting paid for my state. Why would I go back to work? And I'm making more money. They're not really making money. People just giving you money. Here's some things that people don't really understand. That here's another socializing event that is less expensive. What about a museum or a zoo or walk in the park? Or if you live in an urban area, walk around your neighborhood. These are all somewhat free, and less expensive choices to socialize. Now, granted, it may not be with your favorite drink, not with your favorite food, but these are ways you can get close to your friends and loved ones and have a socializing event. These are just things that I'm pretty sure some of you thought of and have not acted on, but if you want to level up, truly level up, then you have to do the opposite of what you've been doing. Because leveling up, some people thinking, let me go max out my credit cards so I can live the status quo. So whatever I see on social media, I can live up to that or I can be that. No. That's not how you do it. Because see, you may be a brand slave. Oh yeah, you may be a brand slave. And the problem with that is there are a few reasons people always buy a name brand or a particular brand or something is familiar. Maybe it's with your parents, your friends, a popular crowd has bought, and you're trying to live up to those standards. Hey, listen, I tell people all day long, I buy my clothes from The Gap, Old Navy. I find some things on Ross, Burlington Coat Factory, because I don't care what everybody's think about what I'm wearing. As long as I believe I look nice, I can damn the name brands, okay? I can damn the name brands. Even my Jordans are $80, brand new. I found them on sale somewhere. I'm like, hey, oh man, those are good J's. Yeah, man, these are $80. $80? Yeah, these are $80. How do you fix things like that? I mean, you only buy the name brand, but in my opinion, you only buy the name brand if it's on sale. I mean, sale, clearance sale. Because take, for instance, let's say a Versace shirt. I remember years ago, I went to a Versace store and a Versace t-shirt, like a Hanes t-shirt, but this Versace t-shirt was $100. Was $100. I like, no, I'll just go down to the little hot dog stand that sell t-shirts. This is in Washington, D.C., where I'm originally from. And I will buy me one of those Hanes t-shirt that got Versace on it for $12 since I love Versace so much. And here's the thing about name brand clothing, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, some name brand clothing does make premium clothing better than an off brand. But believe it or not, majority of clothes are somewhat the same. Yeah, you do get different quality with different brands, different attention to details. But I guarantee you, if you shop intelligently, you will find a brand, a non-name brand, okay, that's not popular, that has the same quality as the one that you probably was introduced to. But you will save so much money not being addicted and not being a slave to name brand. And you're penny wise and pound foolish. Some people will drive to 3 stores because they can save 7 cents on tomatoes at 1/3, 32 cents on laundry detergent, another, and $1 on chicken breast at 1/3. See, I can't do that. I'm being serious. I can. Anytime me and my lady goes out, she said, "Okay, how many stores are you willing to go to?" And I think the last time we went out, I said 3. Because she knows me, because we went to, I believe we went to Kroger, we went to Costco's, and we went to Trader Joe's, okay? I don't like going out to different stores, but some people see the value in depending on how much they're spending that day for food. Now, I have a buddy, he goes 3, 4, 5 stores for food. Where I get my meat from here, I get my veggies from here, I get my stocks from here, I get this from here. I'm like, I can't do all that, because meanwhile, if you spend 2 hours of time and $5 in gas to accumulate a few cents in saving, some people will buy one plow of toilet paper and spend $150 a week in eating out. See, this can be somewhat frustrating. So you have to understand how to balance your own checkbook. You have to balance your account in the sense of, wait a minute, I think this is cheaper just going to one store versus driving around the whole damn city trying to save a couple of cents. And then vice versa, depending on what are you buying. Depending on, like myself, we go to Whole Foods, which is equivalent to saying whole paycheck. But some more times than that, you have to look at the bigger picture. You did well to save on your grocery bill, but it doesn't give you a license to be careless in other areas. See, some people say, well, I did save a lot of money shopping on grocery. Well, I don't buy name brand no more, so I did save a lot of money there. So you start to be careless in other areas of your life. Approach spending larger amounts the same way to approach spending in smaller amounts. These are some taxes that you can absolutely go about doing. Another reason why you're broke is you're disorganized. Oh yeah, it's getting chilly at night and it's time to switch your summer blanket for your winter duvet. You can't find it because your house, your attic, your basement, and your garage is full of a bunch of crap. It's crammed with all type of stuff. So you're off target. Now you have to go do what? Buy a new duvet because you can't find your other duvet. Now, I've made this mistake many, many times before. Oh, yes, I have. I made the mistake with me and my significant other of buying something that I already had. Whoever made that mistake where you pack something away, like, oh, I need a couple of sweaters. I got 6 sweaters right here. I don't even need another sweater, but you already bought the sweater and it's already past the return date. See, these are the things where keeping your life clutter-free. In my neighborhood, I would drive down the street and I'll see people garages and me and my wife would be like, oh my God. It's like someone threw up in their garage because that's what it looks like, a bunch of junk. Now, some things may be very valuable, memorabilia, family heirlooms, etc. But the point of the matter is, a lot of people in America, we consume so much and we don't give these things away once we're done with them. Oh, I might use that a day later. I might use that a month later. Listen, if you haven't used an item or a product in 6 months to a year, chances are, more times than not, you're not going to use it. So just give it away. Believe me, in my home, both of our cars fit in our garage. Both of our cars fit in our garage. I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm not going to beat a dead horse because that's already going to paint a picture of we are not, okay? We are not junky people. We're very neat. We're very clean. When we started to get cluttered, we started throwing stuff away. We started giving things away, okay? Now, are you one of those people who are afraid to take a real look at your finances? Do you know the minimums on your credit cards and student loans and medical bills? And you pay them, but you're too scared to look at the total balance and compare them to your income. So rather than make any kind of progress on your debt, you just triage them and do the minimum to keep them out of default. I know a lot of people who don't like to look at their bank account. Like, they don't know how much money they have in a bank account. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So you don't know how much money you have to leverage with. You don't know how much money you have to bargain with. You don't know how much money you have to purchase with. So you don't know who is controlling your life. Who's in charge of your life? Like, how are you going about your life not knowing things about the life that you're building for yourself? People tell me all the time, Ross, I want to make more money. I want to have more money. How are you going to have more money if you don't know what the hell is going on in your finances? And here's another thing. You spend what you expect to make. I mean, someone that's close to me who is an idiot with money in general used to tell me, I don't worry about money. They print more money every day. And I don't want to get into the whole story of we live in a country of fiat currency. The money is not backed by any precious metal. And soon inflation is going to pop and blah, 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 blah. But these are the things that some people think. Then some people may say in retrospect, man, you got a little money, man. You're too cheap. What? I don't always buy the cheapest version of whatever I need. It just depends on what it is. A buddy of mine, older buddy of mine, told me, you mix in cheap things with expensive things so things look nice. Like if I have a really nice suit on, but I want to wear a hat, I bought my hats from Amazon. I bought like 5 hats for $30 from Amazon. The hat you probably saw me in Brazil, that's like a $5 hat, okay? But some people may think that's like a $100 hat. You have to mix and match things so you're not trying to live a status quo. You're not trying to be like the Joneses. You're not trying to be like the Migos. You're not wearing the most expensive this, the most expensive that, all the damn time. No, you have to learn how to mix and match. Even with my art, that's what my buddies say, like, no, that piece of art right there was $350. Oh, no, that piece of art was $20. You mix and match because when it's blending in well nice, you just look for quality items on discount. You look for quality items on clearance. These are some of the things I think you guys should really look at. And most importantly, if you're a shopper, you might need to change your mindset. You might need to change your habits and really go for things that are on sale and on clearance. And let me tell you this is a mirage sometimes than not. This is a marketing and advertisement propaganda. Everything that's not on sale, everything that's on sale is not on sale. Meaning, have you ever went prior to the holiday season to a big shopping store, maybe Nordstrom's, Macy's, JCPenney's, and you saw the prices of certain items? Like, oh, this shirt right here costs $65, right? Then you go back and the shirt is $80 with 15% off. You do the math. I may be off a couple, but you get what I'm saying. They mark it up to give you a discount at the current retail price that it was prior to the holiday season. Holla at your boy. These are some of the things that you guys really have to take into in your thought pattern. These are some things you really need to pontificate on. You need to ponder about. You need to think about. Can I drive that home? Because more times than not, when you go about, especially in a holiday season, which we're coming up on slowly but surely, I know we're still in July, but slowly but surely, we're coming up on a holiday season, and you really need to train your mind months prior to, okay? Because a lot of times when you're going through these holiday season, it's an inconvenience for these places to be well endowed and shopped and packed and a large group of people to keep you in the store longer. That's why they do all these major sales. Because the longer you stay in the store, this is research, this is science, this has been proven. The longer you stay in a store, the more prone you are to buy something or buy more of something. So my focus is this. If you want to do holiday shopping, do it now. Things are probably more cheaper than what you think. And then you buy what you need. You don't just go buy what you want all the time. Again, if this is truly about living it up, maybe you and your significant other lives in an apartment, lives in a condo, lives in a trailer home, okay? Maybe live with other family members and you're trying to level up to your own home. Maybe a town home or a single family home, or you want to buy a duplex and rent out the other side. You have to have a mind. And you have to train that mind prior to going into your next venture. These are some of the ideas that I thought about, guys, because truthfully, it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. Because if you ever been on a diet, because most people know this one, when you're really doing well, you see your body shrinking. But when you cheat, you blow back up. Case in point, I take myself. I lost 10 pounds and gained 8 pounds back. Because I was doing well. Think about when it comes to your finances. I was doing well and I started to cheat. Let me get a couple of chips here. Let me get a snack-a-doodle here and a Twinkies here. I'm not really eating those things, but I was eating more food because I started trimming down. Like, oh man, I'm fitting inside my old clothes. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. My face is shiny. I didn't put any oil on. My skin is popping. I'm looking really good. Then I started eating bad again, and guess what? I started getting that plot belly where your stomach rests on your thighs. And that's the same thing when it comes to your finances. So I just want you guys to be very, very cognizant of your finances. Be really good stewards of your finances, because this is hard for more people than what you think it is. Let me tell you something. Your finances and food are probably the two toughest situations in which you may find yourself to refrain from, to be disciplined from, just to do better at it. And that's why a lot of times I like getting up here giving you my life experiences and my life stories because I've been through it. And let me tell you this, it's a struggle. I still go through it like, no, I don't need that. Okay, well, let me do this and let me do that. Well, okay, well, if I refrain from this, then I can save up for this. And a lot of times I buy things used. I go on Amazon and I buy used items. If you guys ever look at the bottom of the item you're trying to buy on Amazon, Overstock, Newegg, I'm just naming a couple of websites, but most likely Amazon, right under the item you want to buy with the price you see, they have used, okay? And these used items from Amazon, believe it or not, are in really good shape. Because there's other people who have bought new items that return them because they thought it was something else. They didn't like it. It didn't perform the way they thought it was. But you know that item. You know that product. And you can buy used sometimes 15, 20, 30, 40, $50 cheaper than the new price. And like, man, this is just like new. Exactly. So if you definitely need something, then be like me in some cases. Buy it used. Because at the end of the day, you wipe that thing off with some alcohol, maybe a little bleach, it's good to go. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful day. I'll see you guys on the next one.